This is Listening with Franklin Livingston, and our guest is Marty Whittle.
I think this is my experience. Some people are trained, or I don't know how they got that training, to play safe.
Yeah.
And they don't really give in. They would always carry that some sort of entitlement or arrogance, and I've noticed that. And sometimes that's the reason the relationships don't work out.
Yeah.
But they don't give in 100%.
Yeah.
So they are always playing safe, and they think I'm married, I'm in a relationship. That's fine.
That's fine.
But on their terms.
Yeah.
Right?
Interesting.
And so there's it's okay, it didn't work out, I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really hit them, right?
Yeah.
And they have also been learned that it was the other person's fault. Because narcissism is very common.
Oh, yeah.
Still
Totally. Yep.
Among a lot of people.
Yep. It's never their fault.
Yeah. So that is crazy. It was, but then you found this gentleman.
Yes.
So somethingonline.com.
Yep.
You can't use the full name.
That's right. Yep.
But so these apps and websites still work in Connecticut.
Yeah.
I was under the impression it doesn't.
Yeah. No, it does. Like I said, dated a few crazy ones. It's one guy who's really into what the hell was it? Jesus, I forget what it, brain fart. Weasels.
Oh, okay.
Kind of going, okay. He's showing me like all pictures of his weasels. I'm going, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but okay. I like animals, but that was, I don't know.
That's
I'm like, okay, and we had 2 dinner dates, and that's all we talked about were the weasels. I'm going, okay.
You were the one who was listening, and he was the one who was talking. Yeah, I've seen that some men don't know how to balance. Either they wouldn't talk.
Oh, right, yeah, right.
Or if they'll talk, they won't listen. So I've seen both the extremes. Mostly in the Midwest, I think I have more experience of relating with people from all walks of life, with kids and older gentlemen. I've seen people in 70s, and I've seen people in late 20s, 30s work as young engineers, and in how they come across, because they have so much money.
Wow.
Usually they would be married to the prettiest girl in town. Right?
Yep.
Because you gotta be Christian.
Yeah.
For them, it's more like believing in God.
Yeah.
Like God and family, and you gotta have like a good job. But good job means like you're making $250,000 a year.
Right.
And I'm talking about a decade ago. Right?
Yeah.
And that's all a woman should look for. And her job is to look pretty and stay in shape all the time.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
And but men are not, no one cares if they're in shape or not. You just gotta wear a t-shirt, crew neck, shorts. You should be covered this much. That's it. Right? So it was very, very interesting to see the Midwest and how people treat others. When we talked about the money issue.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people were also who would get emotional if they would know the other people are not Christian or faith-based. And they would cry, and they were like, oh my God, you became a Jew. Oh God, you're not going to go to heaven. So starting will be being more emotional, and then it will be like excommunicating you.
Yeah.
Because you're not one of those.
They're not one of us. Yeah.
Cool. But your current husband, did he ask you to convert to something else?
No.
Or the religion wasn't a thing at all?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a thing at all. Actually, he had Catholicism stuffed down his throat, and he was like, no. And he had actually had a priest hit him once because, well, he was naughty. There's a part in the ceremony we're supposed to ring the bells. Ding, 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 right?
How old was he? As a kid?
Probably like 12, 13. So there was a new kid training, and he was supposed to nudge him every time he was supposed to use the bells. So the kid kept ringing the bells, and the priest was like, so afterwards, priest is like, clocked him upside the head. They not supposed to do those sort of things. And his mother just took him because she was like something he needs to do. And then when he got old enough, she stopped going. He's like, yeah, he stopped going. She stopped going. He's like, well, see, it was all a farce. So, he doesn't really have that much belief in that whole thing. But he's a good man.
So, what do you guys like to do apart from being with horses?
Well, he doesn't ride, but he does like he's went up today to take care of my guys because they came down here.
Oh, okay.
To
Yeah.
say hi to him for me.
Uh,
Plus my mare banged her eye yesterday, and I was like, so I don't know if she got something in it because of all the wind. I'll check later, but it's so nice she does that. So he likes being around him. He doesn't like being on them. So.
And what about your yoga? He likes that too.
Well, we got him. I should get him back into it again. We were doing it when we were dating. I was come over and would practice some
The
yoga.
golden era. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll do anything for you, babe. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I should get him back into it because I do every morning. But I like my own little practice upstairs. But he's Irish. You can't tell him anything. Suggestions. But it would be good for his back. It definitely would be good for his back. But he likes to shoot skeet, and I'd like to learn to shoot skeet better. I'm good at a rifle. We've got some ranges around. He's belongs to the gun club near us.
You have to have a license in Connecticut?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So that I like shooting. That's fun. I'm not I'm a good rifle shooter, but skeeting you've got to pull and at the same time you're moving, and that's like verboten, to do that. Pistol or rifle. So
I'm gonna tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
First time in my life I went to range was in Iowa. Right? You don't have to have a license, and a lot of conservative Christian types, they have a lot of guns.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So one guy took me, okay, let's go there. The thing I learned was when the bullet goes out of that pistol thing, gun, the shell comes back at you, which can hit your face, and it's really hot, and it's really loud, and it's not as fun as a movie.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's
And
very
my concern was that, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
It's gonna, oh my God, it can like damage my skin
right.
or whatever, right? And which was like, okay, that's the real. And he would tell me, I remember a phrase he would say, this is Glock 9 used by the cops or whatever. And I had no clue. He had a bunch of them.
Wow.
And I remember actually our church organist, he was also like, he was a big guy and he was very extremist type, right?
Yeah.
And he went to eat steaks and all, and they knew the places they would go to. I kind of knew that I looked different among these people. But one day he was like, okay, we're going to go to the range. All right, great. Because that's what the men do mostly when the weather is nice. And he opened the trunk of his car.
It's an arsenal.
It was like a movie scene, right? Like, I don't know how many guns.
Wow.
Like, this is this. I don't even remember
God.
names. But I was like, okay, the biggest thing about a gun is it throws back something at you, which you should be careful about. Yeah, it can burn you.
Oh, what a
which I never thought it will be like that in real life. So that was really funny, yeah.
Yeah, when you see him in movies, shoot.
It's not that loud.
It's not loud. And then I don't know. It is really. I hope you had earplugs because
he might have given me some sort of headphone type thing.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's still loud though. It's still really loud. I know. I just don't know how they do that. It's funny. Yeah, there's
tricky. Like smoke type thing or steam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So a total different idea.
Yeah.
And also, I think he. The first guy, he taught me or made me cautious. Something when it comes back, it can hit your thumb away.
Oh, yeah.
So the placement should be perfect too.
Right.
It's not like a...
No, it's not as simple as that. I have a
couple of props in the neighbor.
Right.
But it's so different, yeah.
I was a police chief in one film, and my husband showed me how to hold it, and, arms bent, get the stance and everything, so that I really looked like I knew what I was doing, but... Yeah, because normally I was like this. He's like, no, bend your arms. You don't want to have because that repercussion. If you're
I heard
you're
that
like
from
that,
my father about I don't know the long because he's trained
of course,
police officer,
right?
So that you put here or whatever, because it can actually throw you back if you're
Right.
not fully grounded.
Yeah. The
And
stance is right. Yep.
so, yeah, but movies are better.
Yeah, I know movies make it look so easy.
Yeah, it's not easy for. I mean, I have a lot of respect for the soldiers.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I have friends who have fought in both Afghanistan
Wow.
and Iraq.
I don't know. How were they when they
So,
came back?
yeah, it's a struggle. It's
Yeah.
because your life is not the same, and
You're not the same.
you're not the same.
God,
I
I
think
can't even imagine.
I learned a new concept. Concept is not the right word, but we talk about PTSD. But
Mhm.
I learned about moral injury.
Mm.
A lot of soldiers struggle with moral injury. I did a very short training on that. It was more like a psychology based. But moral injury is different than PTSD
Mm-hmm.
in how that hits soldiers.
Mm.
And it's not easy because I think nowadays it's difficult to say then. I don't know, but I think when people were more in the Stone Ages,
Yeah.
because then the idea was you kill and so you survived. Now we have more awareness and education about human dignity
Mm.
and the forgiveness and the second chance.
Mhm.
And when you're dealing with another human, it's like two humans are face to face.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think it's that easy now.
Oh God. Yeah.
Uh, and it's very complicated to understand.
Mm.
You're gonna kill another human being
Yeah.
because
That's-
they hold on to something which is dangerous, or still you'll think twice. Okay, what if they could have been changed? That's the mindset we have now because
Right.
of our upbringing and the knowledge and education we get from even from social media.
Yeah.
So when you have those kind of questions, I think it makes your job difficult,
Mm.
more difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember in one of my acting courses in London, there was a gentleman. He was 26, he said, and to me, he looked older.
Yeah. I bet.
He said he was in Israeli military,
Mm.
and he shared in the
That
class,
had to be scary.
yeah,
Ugh.
that he and his friends they raided a place and they were to arrest a young man who was accused of being involved in some sort of terrorism or something.
Mhm.
And he wasn't able to finish that story because, again, he got stuck that, okay, here we are
Yeah.
about to kill or shoot, I don't know what their orders were, another human being.
Yeah.
So that's the thing when we think of another human being, it's just not easy. You
No.
get stuck there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because you've been told that this is a bad guy.
Yeah.
But still, you think he's a human, he'll have family.
Yeah. People love
Why
him.
he became, nowadays, I think that another thing is like, why did he become a bad guy?
Mm.
And when you're thinking about those things, your mind is not at rest. And even when you have killed somebody, you can keep thinking about that.
Oh,
What
yeah.
if, what if, what if,
Right.
what if?
Right.
I think that job is really not easy.
Mm-mm. Nope.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, to sidetrack on that, the equi yoga that I made, the combination of yoga on horseback.
Yeah.
I loved it. I've really gotten to use it more for people suffering from PTSD and suffering from addiction. It's become a lot more therapeutic than
Mhm.
initially. I just created it to make riders better riders, by bringing in the whole aspects of yoga, breath and body awareness,
Mhm.
and then with that, with the inherent healing powers of horses, it's a
Mhm.
great combination. But my favorite testimonial was an 87-year-old Marine who afterwards said to me, it reminded me, he said, I'm a Marine. I said, I thank you for this crazy stuff. But he said, that was spiritual
Mhm.
to be with the horse, be on the horse like that, spiritual. I was like, from, somebody like that to
Mhm.
confess that, the horse could really move him in that manner, and to get rid of things too. Because I just, I know when I asked my dad about the war, he didn't want to talk about it at all. Just what he did, it was just horrifying. He was a fighter pilot in World War II. And the planes, oh my God, what he was flying, these things were like tin cans.
Right. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was nuts.
With one
Yeah,
tiny fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
But and when he was at Tampa for a while, and there was a saying, one a day in Tampa Bay, they would just go down. They were just not so good. I mean, now they're so high tech and computer driven, but back then it was pretty much a step beyond wind up the rubber band, to get it to go. But,
That's actually global. People who have fought in World War II, or some of them, even the other wars, they would not open up.
Yeah.
And they will change the shift. They will
absolutely. Yep.
attention if you ask that question.
My nephew won't talk about it. He was in Afghanistan, and I have a niece who was a major, and nobody can get a hold of her. It's really sad. It's really sad. We think she's in Texas. I have an address. I've written to her, but she's, it's just terrible what it does. It's just an awful concept, this whole war. Oh God. Ugh. Yeah, like you say, that dilemma of just being right face to face, and I'm going to kill you, and all the people that love you are going to, sorry about that, Oh, no, thank you.
Because I think if you have normal human emotions,
yep, it's not a good thing to do. Yeah,
you can't. Yeah.
And we shouldn't, because it is wrong.
See, that's the thing where it becomes a total different conversation.
Yeah.
But a lot of humans, they want dominance over others.
Oh, right? Yeah. Yep.
Control. So the control makes people go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it starts with, like you talked about, nuns. Because they become like that, or the matrons, so they could have a better control. The moment they became friendly, they know that they lose control over that. And then control leads to the dominance, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we see in the world.
Yeah.
And where people just go emotionally numb.
Yeah.
And I always question the money. I don't know how money makes people emotionally numb. And that's what the neighborhoods I've seen.
Right, it does. It really does. Yeah, it's evil in its own way. It's evil necessary evil, but it really.
No, I'm talking about like having extra wealth and like we were talking about a couple of neighborhoods in Illinois. Yeah. I think some people just have extra at their discretion.
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes more evil, if you want to use that term.
Well, they can kind of disassociate themselves. I think they do. It's like, I've got the money, and therefore
it adds something to their feed, to their egoism.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, these peasants.
Right. Exactly.
And
I know more. I've got more. And,
yeah.
Yep.
But when did you, I know when, but how did you convert your own yoga practices into a system now that you have? The whole journey. I want to hear about that.
Oh, it's great. I totally, I really believe it was like divine intervention, because I remember not wanting to go to yoga. I wanted to get off the farm to do something different. My friend's like, oh, let's go do yoga. And I'm like, Birkenstocks and granola. I'm not going to fit in with these people at all. Right. And I didn't fit in with the people. Actually, it didn't matter.
Was it in Connecticut?
Yeah, it was in Connecticut. Yep. And actually, I did start to fit in, but distance is always from us first, really. He had to stand on one leg, and I could hardly stand on one leg without laughing hysterically. And I'm like, how do I think I can ride and balance a horse? I can't even balance me. It was like, pooh, just total eye opener. And then I got hooked on it, totally hooked on it. And then I started noticing my riding got better, a lot better. And I'm like,
Because
okay.
of the posture.
Just because of my body awareness. I knew where my body
Mm.
was now. I was like crooked. I didn't know.
Still, your posture is great, and I'm sitting like this.
But yeah, things like dropping a shoulder or tipping a head or little things like that, the horse totally feels. And like I even had a girl who bought a horse from me, took him home, came back a couple weeks later for a lesson, and the horse is carrying his head like this. I'm like, why? I said, we had his teeth done. And it wasn't like it could be looking all physical reasons it could be. His neck wasn't sore. So I'm like, all right, I got on him and his head was fine.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay. So I put her back up and his head like this. And then I look up, her head's like this. I'm like, oh my God.
Mhm.
It was like such an awakening. So I put a little carpenter's level on the helmet right here on her head. So you had to look up there to make sure she was balanced. But as soon as she straightened her head, he straightened his head. So I mean, the body awareness of yoga and the breathing. Oh my God, the breathing is everything because I'd go around a whole course of like 14 fences and like come out of the ring like, yeah, because I have been concentrating so hard and not breathing at all, and it's not good. So the breathing and the body awareness is so key, and so that got better, and so I started to put it together and wrote a book with a friend of mine who was a yoga teacher, the one that took me to my first yoga class. So we put the book together, and that was good. That was really good. And I started teaching it more and more. And so mostly in the beginning, people thought I was crazy. And it really just
It's always the
it's
case.
always the
Yeah,
case. Yeah. And but I knew it was such a good thing. So I just kept going with it. And then was teaching more lessons, doing some workshops and trying to get the word out. But it was hard to run a farm and, promote yourself at the same time. And then when I got Lyme and I had to sell the farm, made it easier to promote myself a bit more, just focusing on that. But that's when I also got into acting as well.
Did it help? Because breathing and
Yeah.
awareness
Yep.
is always
Always
the
good.
foundation of the acting. Yeah.
Absolutely. The awareness, totally. And understanding the kinesiology of people. Like when you say you look at people, I look at them also not just for, what are they, what makes them tick, but look at how they're carrying themselves. I bet his left hip hurts because he's like this, or I bet they have a headache because they're like this. So I can look
Yeah,
at somebody and then
that's
go,
really great.
yeah. They're all crazy. Like one student I have, yesterday she was riding like this. Oh wait, no, it was this shoulder, and her horse was like she couldn't keep him going straight. He kept falling in. He's doing something wrong. I said, "Well, your shoulder's by your ear." And once we got her shoulder down, it got things better. But she had been sleeping like this because she had been sick, and her mother pointed that out. She goes, "I bet that's the reason why you're stuck." So things like that. Horses tell us, but we rarely listen. Hey, you're really listening is everything. Yes. Yeah, it is.
It's so interesting. Like, it's been a while we worked on a project, but I think I sense it, which you were saying kinesthetically.
Yeah.
But I don't share. So I would tell a talent, "Oh, drop your knee," right?
Yeah.
Because I could see the tension on the monitor.
Yeah.
And or their shoulder, that, oh, your shoulder, let's relax it. And right away, because humans, we think, oh, he's judging me.
Yeah.
Especially, I think they get that from the female talent.
Yeah.
But I can't do it more or whatever, because we have a tendency of taking things so
personally. Oh my God, that's so true.
And in the acting world,
you just can't.
I think because someone who's directing you,
yeah,
his job is, in my case, like I'm directing you, my job is to make you the best version of you on camera.
I like it when people tell me. That's why I love working with you.
Yeah.
I want to give, what you want. But it really, the feedback is key. I really love it. I love that about working with you.
No, I mean, with you, I think it's been great. Because so I try to justify things. It's just, I think that's the way I do. So, for example, there was a scene we were filming and you are scaring Penny.
Yeah.
It's in the labor, right? And I remember there's a line you say, "What happened to your voice?" And because this is not really Penny, someone else is calling, and she says, "Oh, I'm under the weather," and all that. And you threaten her, you say, "Deal is a deal. You got the kid, you pick up the kid and take it," and nothing more than that. So my idea was, what if we scare Penny, you as the character, using a lower register.
Right.
Because you have so much power, it will still work.
Yep.
And I think everyone doesn't take it that way, because I've
Yeah.
had situations where a talent would say, "No, but if you want to scare them, you have to be louder." So it becomes really challenging. I have to
Yeah, I
like
bet.
play like, will they react? Because if they say they have a bad moment, they think, "No, Franklin doesn't understand what he wants. That's the way you threaten somebody," because they have their
Yeah.
own perspective,
Yeah.
which is not wrong.
Right.
But that's the way they view it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, okay, it's the first scene. We have to do 4 scenes today. We'll see. Mostly, I run into this kind of things with females,
Uh-huh.
and that's why they hate me.
Yeah.
I know you do.
No,
And,
not true. Not
I
true.
know when someone doesn't show that, but think like, oh, Franklin. And so, so I sometimes have to be political, and I think
Yeah.
things have changed, because the first guy ever in the US who trained me one-on-one was a very old school. He had training from Temple and NYU. I don't know, maybe 70s.
Uh-huh.
But so in the class, like humans are humans. We always forget. It doesn't matter how old you are. So if someone is sitting like this,
Yeah.
he would just quietly walk up to that person and then like
Push the foot.
push it to the ground. Or if you're slouching, it would make you sit properly, right? And which was fun. But I still have those things. I think when a character, for example, one of the things I learned, there was a female, I think we are at better terms, at least on social media. So and this was not one, there was another, I had a one-on-one coach who had an MFA from NYU, and I wanted him to teach me everything he could, because he
Yeah.
has also been on the network shows.
Yeah.
And he knew how network shows make, and this was when we were making Roommates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk about that too, because we were in that too. So my idea is, you should not mix up physical action and emotion with your lines. But that's just my idea. That's the way I like it, I should say. So if, for example, if you said something and after that you can do a wink.
Right.
Or you can do eyebrow shift. Or you can do like sob after that. So don't say the line while sobbing, because if you're making a movie for a global audience, if we say, "Oh, I don't really understand French accent," they might say, "I don't understand American accent," right?
Right.
And or British. So speech should be really clear in every person. When they cry or break down, they don't break down right away with the line.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But these kind of things create sometimes conflict, because the person will say, "I think it works like that,"
this, yeah.
and then they will say, "Because I went to such and such school for 3 years."
No kidding, really. And dangle that in front of you.
It becomes very interesting. And yeah, before we go on to the break, I see that you have been in Roommates. And you play a mom of a girl. But
from the Midwest.
Yeah. How was that?
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
I love that part about was it I have to talk that part of Brooklyn.
Williamsburg.
It was a Williamsburg or Williamsburg. I kept screwing it up.
Right.
Yeah, I kept saying that was so funny. And you're like, no, it's just Williamsburg.
And then the conservative talk show, news channel, we changed the name.
Yep.
And found another animal's name, which was very interesting, actually. I did that on the spot, because I was like, I don't know. I mean, I know news channels always talk about each other, that, oh, they are bad, we are bad, they are good, they are bad. So I thought we should come up with another animal name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's go on the break, and when we come back, then we'll talk about that particular season, because that season is way different than other seasons.
Neat.
Roommates.
It's cool.